King of Fighters 15.
Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. I'm trying to get this video out as soon as possible because I'll be gone for a little bit. While I'm gone, SNK could literally drop the Mature and Vice trailer out of nowhere. I want to make a moveset showcase before the patch drops. Until the patch drops, there won't be a starter guide. I want to make a new starter guide, but since there's going to be a big balance patch, all I'm doing for now is like Mature and Vice content until we get the patch. So without further ado, let's begin. Mature and Vice are the last remaining snakes of Orochi, not yet playable in KOF 15. They're the secretaries of Rugal, but they secretly work for Genets to observe how Rugal is using the snake power. And once Rugal dies, they joined as tournament participants as Iori's teammate in 96, and then they die. And they reappear occasionally as ghosts in 98, 2002, 13, and 14. Since Mature appeared in a 94 cutscene and Vice appeared in a 95 cutscene, I'll start with Mature. Quarter circle forward and punch is Despair. This is a jumping leap attack. You dolphin dive into an attack automatically. It can be safe depending on spacing, but if you're too close, you're getting punished. Now, the KOF 13 version of this move is actually pretty interesting. When you initially input the move, it's an empty hop, like an empty dolphin dive without an attack. And you need to press the attack button again, the punch button again, to make an attack. You can leap to make the opponent block, and then go for a grab, for instance. Next up is Deceaser or Deicide. So both Mature and Vice have this, and the heavy versions both do the exact same thing, which is send the opponent the other side of the screen. This is a hit grab, meaning they can block. And when blocked, it deals 0 chip damage, because the throw itself deals 0 damage. Rather, the damage comes from them landing on the ground. The light version actually changes depending on if you're playing as Vice or Mature. Vice will send them to the other side of the screen again, but Mature is a combo throw. In 98, it's a launcher and you can combo to super, whereas in 2002, she pulls the opponent closer and it's special to special cancelable. Next up is Sacrilege. A forward advancing spin attack that goes up in the air. Despite the DP input, it's not invincible, it's purely for like damage. The corner carry is quite good. However, by itself, like other than the corner carry, I don't see a reason to use it in 98. However, in 2002, you can cancel it from Deicide. Alongside Vice keeping her Deicide but not Mature, this move, Sacrilege, was removed in KOF 13 when SNK had to reduce moveset sizes because of the difficulty of drawing HD sprites. Next up is Ebony Tears. Being Rugal's secretary, she actually picked up a few tricks from him. Although they're not as strong, of course, because Rugal is a boss character. Ebony Tears is her imitation of Kaiser Wave, being a regular fireball with a super input, being quarter circle forward, then half circle back, as well as its size and your ability to control the speed. It doesn't have the damage, of course, because Kaiser Wave is a ridiculous move, but the size and the ability to control its speed allows Mature to control the neutral pretty much. She can just zone and then she can go on the offense. Quarter circle back punch is Death Downer. She has a Rekka just like Iori. Very good combo ender from knockdown and damage. It's pretty much the go-to BNB special from Lights. And finally, Metal Massacre. A forward dash attack. Across the games Mature is in, this is a pretty solid approaching option. Very good to like YOLO, because it's safe on block when combining frame data and spacing. if you land a hit, it's super cancelable. In KOF 14 specifically, which is Mature's previous game, the heavy version is neutral on block, it's 0. In older games, the light version is actually punishable, but the heavy version isn't. So if you try to approach the opponent from full screen, after zoning them out with Ebony Tears, like if you don't want to zone anymore, you just want to go in for the kill, you definitely can with this move. Just know that its startup, it's a little bit slow, so you can get intercepted by random DP when going in. And when this move is blocked, the opponent cannot do anything about it. Now I mentioned before that Ebony Tears is an imitation of Kaiser Wave, but that's not the only move Mature borrowed for Rugal. The other one is Heaven's Gate. A sliding attack that instantly puts the opponent in the corner. Just like Rugal's, it's a hit grab. So you cannot just grab the opponent like Maxima, it has to be a hit. The other super is Nocturnal Lights. While Heaven's Gate has a very strong utility, this is obviously the combo ending super. However, the range is not very generous, so you have to be up close. Now I would talk about her hidden supers or level 3s from various games, but KOF 14 characters level 3s, and pretty much almost all the level 3s from some of the DLCs have changed. So as a result, I don't think it is worth talking about her max 2, so instead we're just gonna switch to Vice. Now one thing I want to mention before going over Vice's special moves, a particular property that both Mature and Vice share, and that is back throw. So forward throw seemingly behaves the same as most generalist characters, basically at like a normal forward throw. You throw them, damage, knockdown. But back throw leaves them closer to you than most other characters. Here's Terry's back throw. Here's Kyo's back throw. And since we're on 2002, here's Nest Saga protagonist K-Dash's back throw. Pretty much all of them leave a considerable amount of space between you and the opponent. This unique back throw is something that both Mature and Vice have. And I believe it's very important to point out because Vice is a grappler. Quarter circle back and kick is called Outrage on the ground, and Rave Fest in the air. A series of multi-hitting kicks with a big hitbox. Light version connects from lights, although the way 2002 programmed this move makes it difficult to connect the kicks together. Heavy has a bit of startup, so it's difficult to connect a heavy into a heavy outrage. But the kicks actually all connect each other, and if you do get heavy kicks to connect, you can cancel into super. The air version is pretty good to create distance between you and the opponent, demanding some space, especially since you can do it from a backdash or a tiger knee. Next up is Gorefest, one of Vice's 2 command grabs. This one slides the opponent on the ground, bringing them closer to the corner. Of the 2 command grabs she has, this is typically the faster one. I've already explained Dayside, and how Vice always just sends you to the other side of the screen no matter what. So let's just skip this move, and let's instead talk about Mythan's Robe. Mythan's Robe is a follow-up attack that can be done from Mayhem or Blackhand. Mayhem being a tackle, Blackhand being the slower command grab. Mayhem can combo from lights, and to compensate for Blackhand being slower, it has invincibility frames. Now, Mythan's Robe is is not the best. You have to time how Vice catches the opponent midair, because otherwise it can completely miss and you miss out on damage. Because it is possible to mistime the follow-up and she'll miss completely. And finally, Splash. Now, KOF 98 in 2002 had a super called Withering Surface. And the way it worked in 98 is that you have to guess if the startup was the ground grab or the air grab. However, in 2002, in 98, those two supers had the exact same startup and you had to guess. But in 2002, they changed it. It's basically an air-to-air super. Like, if the opponent jumps, you jump with them and then input the move. So because this overkill change weakened Withering Surface in my opinion, KOF 13 turned Withering Surface into a special move. So now the move is weaker by itself, you're less likely to see it coming because there's no Super Flash anymore. And her other super is Negative Gain, which is an SPD super. But that's Mature and Vice. Seeing how KOF 15 powers up kits from characters who were in either classic games or the characters who lost moves in KOF 14 and 15, I'm excited to see what they do with Mature and Vice. That's it for the video. If you like it, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a nice day!